Hey guys, Jerosa here. Recently, Chris and I got together for an 1100 point bolt action game of the United States versus Germany. Let's check out the action. We rolled off and we came up with point defense scenario. I chose defense, and Chris was able to open up with a preparatory bombardment. His preparatory bombardment put pins on everyone but no damage. Then after that, my first turn, I rallied off half my squads, but half of them went down because I did not pass my order tests. We both held our tanks in reserve, and as you can see, Chris brought an M3 Lee, which was a surprise, and it has some nice features with the 3 turrets. It ended up that I had 8 order dice and Chris had 9, and so he was able to bring everything on but his 2 vehicles, and he was able to get a good start basically, and I was able to basically get my defense set up and ready to go. The American units were made up of mostly just 1 BAR and all riflemen, and I think they were 11 or 12 man squads, so they were pretty large and hard to take on for me. I had a smaller units like 8 man squads, so it was me fighting tooth and nail to push him back. Chris had to capture 3 defensive points. That's the objective of the scenario. So in the video, you'll see that they're little paratrooper carts and an oil stack of oil barrels. Here's my units pinned out for the first turn, getting them rallied off. So basically doing that rally dance for the first turn when there's a preparatory bombardment. And Chris had to run up fast. I was able to establish units into the forest here. This is an SS unit. This is Chris running up past into the wall area. So he was able to move his units up somewhat fast, but he chose to fire, which I think was a mistake in the first round. I think in the first round on this scenario, you need to run all your units up, at least maybe even into the second round. Just do runs. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And so I was able to establish my defense. I pulled my armored car up, took some shots, put some pins onto his armored car, but then he was able to knock me out pretty shortly when he brought his tank on. I was not able to bring my tank on till turn 4, I believe. So that was a little bit of a hindrance. In the end, it worked out well. This is his tank rumbling up to blow up my armored car, and his units charging up. Here's my blown up armored car. So it was really fun. Chris was able to drive up the center here with this unit. Later, I was able to shred him up with my tank. We made fun of Chris with his unpainted units, but it's all good. So yeah, the armored car just sat in the center most of the time because he got heavily pinned. This is where the objective is in the pig pen, and I was able to hold it the whole time because I put my tank on top of it and then put an SS unit, the Fanatics, on top of it, and Chris was not able to push me out. This is the left side for Chris pushing up. This is my right side pushing back. We had a little traffic jam up here. I was able to hit his tank with Panzerfaust, but it only immobilized it. So then the middle of the game board was blocked up. This is Chris's units that sort of didn't get past this road area. So he got about halfway across. His right flank was able to push around to the pig pen, but he didn't make the assault at the end. He needed a turn 7. If he would have had a turn 7, he would have won the game. This is his hero of the game, the mortar. His mortar was putting heavy damage on my units constantly. It was quite annoying. It started out well from him just from the beginning with the mortar. This is probably my hero unit. They slugged it out with everybody, having 4 or 5 units firing at them. The tank, like I said, didn't come on till turn 4, but he was able to push back that central unit. Overall, good game. I was able to win. Chris was dominating me militarily, but the game was objectives, and so I held all 3 objectives. So the Germans win. A great time. Highly recommend Bolt Action. If you're in the Camarillo area, check out Xander's Game House. Great time with all kinds of different games. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the tables.